Sometimes you feel like a nut.
Hello farmers, and welcome to a quick guide on the GPS/guidance steering system. I've had a couple subs and viewers saying they can't get GPS to work, so I thought maybe I'll just make a quick video on how to download it, put it into your mods folder, and maybe you can't get maybe the mod loads in the game for you, but you can't actually know how to maybe activate it in the game. So I decided to make a quick video for you guys. Hopefully it's helpful to you. But let's start where you need to start. If you don't already have it, you need to download the mod. So let's head to the website and we'll start there. Now we're on the website GitHub, which is the original link for the guidance steering for FS19 by Wopster. It has all the directions in here, pretty much how to use it, which sometimes I never have up when I'm playing and I forget which buttons are which. But what the tricky part is that some people have is actually installing it and getting it to work in-game. So what you want to do here is download it, and we want to download the zip file. In the bottom left-hand corner, it shows where it's downloading it right there. So if we go to My Downloads, Guidance Steering Master zip file. What you want to do is right-click on that, and you want to extract all. And it's going to extract it right here in the same folder. So now it's up here in the non-zip folder, Guidance Steering's Master. You want to click on that. It'll say it again, Guidance Steering's Master. You want to click on that till you get to where you got all these folders and all these files right here. Go ahead and highlight all of those. Right-click on that. And then send to another compressed zip folder, which will show up right here. And you want to you can really name it anything you want here, but I have it as FS19 _ guidance steering zip. So there we have it. And then what you want to do is you want to have your mods open for Farming Simulator 19 mods. And then all you have to do is grab that zip folder, slide it over, move to mods. I'll replace a file in the destination in case there's any updates since I've last done it. And that's all you need to do for there. So let's head back into Farming Simulator 19, and I will take you from there. So here we are at the Farming Simulator 19 introduction page, if you will. So if we click on Mods, and we go to Installed, it should show right here, this is what you should be looking at, GPS Guidance Steering Installed. That's what you should see if the mod is in your game. So we'll head back. We'll head into game and go over it just a little bit in more detail. So here we are on your map. Every time as you select your map, it'll ask you what mod you want. And let's see if I can find it in here under all the crap that I have. Guidance steering right here. It always says version 1.00 or whatever it is. For me, I'll select that. We'll start and get right back into the game. So once you're back into the game, if you've already bought in tractors, it's not like Farming Simulator 17 where you install GPS and every tractor has it. You actually, if you already own the tractor, you basically got to bring it to a workshop. That's what we're going to do with this JCB. We're going to hop on out, come in here, customize. You should see, if GPS is installed right, Global Positioning System down here and the options for customizations. It costs $15,000 no matter what tractor you have to install it. So we're going to customize. Yes, we will have GPS on the vehicle. When you go buy a vehicle, we'll just select on any tractor here, case. It's the same thing here. So when you go buy a vehicle, Global Positioning System you have to buy for every tractor, and for every vehicle that you want to have GPS on, it costs 15 grand. So early stages, yeah, it's not like 17 where just every vehicle has it. You may need to pick and choose. So now that GPS is installed on our tractor, you should see a dotted line in front of your tractor if you're driving forwards. Of course, if you're driving backwards, you'll see the dotted line going behind you. So we're going to head up to a field, and I'm going to show you how to get GPS going on a track pretty easily. Now, I actually have the page up on my other screen, so because usually I don't, and I'm like, what's that button to do this, do that? If you don't have the page up, no worries there. I'm on my test map, and I don't know if I own this field or not, to be honest with you. I must have, because I got the placeables down. Do I own this field? Yes, we do. Alright, so actually, let's head on over to this field over here. No one cares about our crops. Looks like I got crop destruction off anyways. So there's a few ways you can do this. I'm going to show you what I would consider the easy way is. So if you're driving around, you're not using GPS, and you want to get rid of the dotted line, there's only one way I know how to do it. You actually have to hit Control S. It'll bring you into the guidance steering page. Now you actually have two pages here, so always be careful of that. Where it says show lines on or off. So if you're just driving around, you don't want to see the lines, turn show lines off. If you're getting ready to do GPS, you probably want the lines on. That is the only way I know how to get rid. I don't know how to get rid of the lines unless you do otherwise. I don't know of any other option. So, how do you set up GPS without going into the guidance steering page, hitting Control S all the time? Basically, just make sure you have the dotted line on. I will actually get our seed roll kind of ready here. So what you want to do to begin with, so once you're in this position, you're at your field, the first thing you want to do is hit Alt plus the E key. Alright? Now, hit Alt plus E once more time, and right below the tractor is kind of hard to see. See if I can move it a little bit. Right underneath the tractor, you see the letter A, right underneath it there. It's actually right on the ground, the letter A. Okay? Drive forward just a tad. Hit Alt-E one more time. It's going to say drive at least 50 meters in order to set up point B. Current distance traveled, it'll tell you. So you want to drive ahead a little bit. And then hit Alt-E, and it'll pretty much set up your width for you. Now, there's two things that you can do. If you hit Alt-R, it will actually fix the width of your vehicle. Just like that. We do not want the offset. I don't know how to do the offset. Control S. Offset. When you come in here, offset width. Just reset it. It should go to 0. There we go. So this is what you should kind of have. Now, there is a way to... You're saying, well, you're not on the edge of the field. Now, I have yet to do this as well. So I want to make sure I get this correctly. So realign, shifting the track. So the track is the heading you're going in, basically. So all commands you're going to do here is the Alt key. You say, well, bring up the HUD to use that. There's nothing in the HUD in the upper left-hand corner that's going to show you how to do the GPS system. So the HUD ain't going to help us. So you want to hit the Alt key, and it says the page up and page down keys will shift the track. And that does not seem to want to work for me. How about these buttons? That's because I'm hitting the wrong keys. Okay, let me try this again. That's great. So Alt plus up and down. So by hitting Alt and the page up button, it shifts it to the left. Alt and page down is going to shift it to the right. So if I press Alt and shift up, page up, it slowly moves over, and the longer you just press and hold it, the faster it moves. And then it reset there. Same thing there. If you want to reset it, realign the track, you want to hit Alt plus the home key. Alt plus home in order to realign the track with the vehicle. Well, home is beacons for me. Alt and home. That does not seem to work for me. But the page up and page down buttons definitely do work. So, I mean, really, you'd probably just want to use that anyways to land to the field. So, Alt. And I'm just going to bring it kind of like over here. Good enough. So now what you want to do, once you get it there, you see this, you have the two orange lines on the left and right. That's where your implement's going to be. The white line is your tracking. So to activate GPS, you want to hit Alt and X. You'll hear a little beep. See how the line turned green? Your GPS is now turned on. So if I turn on my Seadrill, and now if I hit the gas pedal without even touching the steering wheel or keys, it's going to go right onto the green line and head in that direction for you. Now the thing I'm seeing now with the new GPS, since I updated a couple days ago, when you get to the end of the field, you're gonna hear the beeps. If I'm trying to remember, in 17, I think that GPS had a beep as well, and it works the same way if you have a steering wheel or if you use the keys. If you turn the steering wheel, the keys for a long period of time, it will unlock GPS. So there was a little bit of a beep. So now I want to turn, and you see the green line turned white, which means GPS is now turned off. It doesn't get rid of your settings and everything. So now here you are again. What you want to do is to reactivate GPS, Alt-X. The white line turned green. You are good to go. And that is basically how I've been using GPS. There are other things. If I hit Control-S and go into GPS, you can actually save paths and whatnot. So you can enter the track name and save the track, and you can load track by, once you have names here. So if I just type, I don't know, field 8, save track. If I hit Olsen field, I don't care, 43, save track. So now when I go to tracks, I can load what track I want. It basically has these settings already in it. So that is kind of the basics for GPS. I think what a lot of people are having problems with is actually just getting it to load up in the game. I think once they get in the game, you can read on that page that will be in the link in the description below. It'll tell you pretty much how to use some of the stuff. I'm just explaining to you how I use GPS as of right now. Things are going to change. This is very early access for a guidance steering, as he's calling it. I think he doesn't want to call it GPS because it maybe sound too much like the other GPS system. But hopefully this video was helpful to you guys installing it. Maybe you had it installed and didn't quite know how to set up the lines right now. So that pretty much should tell you, hopefully what I showed you helps you get the line set up. If you have any questions, ask in the comments below. I'll try to answer you as best as I can. Or if you have any helpful hints or tips, also leave some more comments as well. But that pretty much is going to do it for the GPS system. Hopefully it was helpful to you. I appreciate you guys watching, and I'll see you next time in Farming Simulator 19. But until then, have a good one.